but you're hiding in some.
Unsealed records in reverse. This document dump is about to change a lot of things. Chain of custody in reverse. Altered records in reverse. I would say just prepare everything that you would need for a 3-day indoor camping trip. That would be my advice. Any messages from my mom and a token? It's a dress and a hat. It's kind of some kind of event. Some kind of event, and the message is to not let fear hold you back. Don't let fear hold you back at blank. Will we buy the house on Iron Way? Iron Way. I don't believe so. I believe you go somewhere else. Something stresses you out about either it doesn't flow easily or too much flow of something, but this is travel somewhere else. How will the winery go tomorrow with coworkers and DM? Feels like you're going to feel on guard, almost like you're waiting for it to not go well, and that may take you out of the moment. So now that you know that, you have the opportunity to not do that. And I just turned the light off because it was causing a glare. So if you don't focus on waiting for the other shoe to drop, it feels like it'll go well. Messages for Claire. Whatever loss you just took was teaching you how to trust your decision making. Because it feels like you had to choose to lose gracefully something that wasn't in alignment. So that was the passing of the test. You thought it was a failure, but that was actually how you pass. Message for the week. Message for the week. Human is the song that came on. You're figuring out a plan to put down a burden. It's not going to be immediate, but you're figuring out a solution to this 5 of Wands. Like a human problem being solved, a 3D problem being solved. You're getting a piece of it. Will my son's girlfriend let him know why she's upset with him? I feel like she's going to try and avoid it and just eventually move past it when she's ready. But I feel like she's upset with him because she felt in some way like she needed more emotions out of him than he was giving. It triggered something, triggered a wound. Any message from my grandpa L? Somewhere Over the Rainbow is the song. You've made it further than you think because you're no longer the person you were when this started. This makes it louder. You're no longer the person you were when this started. What you viewed as a missed opportunity and things falling apart was the opportunity for you to reshape them in the way that you wanted them to be. What does Daisy think of the Christmas tree I want to get for her garden? What does Daisy think of the Christmas tree I want to get for her garden? It's kind of giving, I like it, but I feel like there's like a joking message of you going out of your way for something. So kind of like the message of I love it, but you don't have to do all that, if that makes sense, but not in like a negative way. Just like don't burden yourself about it. Don't stress yourself out about it. Message of guidance. It feels like you're struggling to make some kind of decision, or you're going to be. It feels like you need to wait for the pieces to come together or for something to mature. There's like a 3-section something. Like you'll get an idea and then you'll get clarity and then you'll get confirmation, like something like that. So I guess I'd say like allow for patience. Go to this list. How does my aunt feel about the way my sister handled inheritance? A mix of immaturity and greed or selfishness. 5 of Pentacles in reverse kind of feels like more for me, less for you is the quote. What should my reply to CS message be? Do you have to reply? I feel like no matter what your reply is, it's like then the ball's not in your court, whereas right now the ball's in your court. I feel like less is more. If you have to say anything at all, less is more. My mother passed 23 years ago yesterday. Message from mom. Be All Right by Dean Lewis started playing. It's like a pencil outline drawing of a guy on the cover. Huh. Look at the timing. Is the card Well, yes, that's what we were just talking about. Number 1, some answers come exactly when they're meant to. What changed before and after I left? And look, this matches. I almost want to say she's proud of the way that you released whatever felt heavy about her passing this year. Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles is the song. What am I ready for? What am I ready for? Walking straight into, it feels like you're about to face one of the previous biggest fears, but you do it in a way that makes yourself proud. So it feels like you're ready to face whatever you used to avoid. Yeah, the Fool's on the bottom. You're ready to face exactly what it was that you were avoiding that was causing you to not be able to move forward into what you wanted. What did the upperclassmen girls tell my son's girlfriend to make her not want to talk to him? He has no idea what he did wrong. What did the upperclassmen girls say? Guard up, imbalance, not stepping forward. It would be like if someone says, oh, me and him had this conversation and I said this and he said that, and they were like, girl, that's all he said. He doesn't care. Like that kind of thing. That would be the response. Yeah, Page of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Bad advice from them. Probably projection. So probably like even like if he has good intentions, maybe they had a similar situation where there wasn't good intentions, that kind of thing. I need to move. You said the option that I feared is the one that would leave me waiting in a transition. Is that the temp accommodation? So is the option you feared that would leave you in a transition the temp accommodation? The temp accommodation is not is feeling like that leads you not into a transition. That feels like a repeat of a lesson you don't need to repeat. That option. Get back to this list. Message from Tribe. Thank you. I do feel a little bit better. Getting there. Thank you. Message from Tribe. Truth doesn't yell, it outlasts. So it feels like something that was your truth is about to be seen as truth, whereas before it might not have been. Oh, thank you. Let's put some cards for you. Your vulnerability is about to pay off through creativity. Creative channel opening because you've been vulnerable or you've supported someone else's vulnerability, perhaps. Was the rebranding the right move? Was the rebranding the right move? No. Not necessarily that it was the wrong move, but it's not the move you think it's going to be. It's a step, but it's a step that requires other steps to make it to the next platform. So like you put one foot up in the air, now you have to find the platform and put your foot on it and then pull your other foot up, if that makes sense. So not necessarily no, but it's not the move, like how you're defining the move. Or you said the right move. I read it as the move. It was a right move, but it's not the move. It's a step towards the move, if that makes sense. Will court go okay for my grandson today and move in with me or get his own home? Will court go okay today? Is it possible it's not a final step, but it goes well? It's like a step in the right direction, but you're not in a final state of something yet? Like a trial period, maybe? And move in with me or get his own home. Kind of feels more like own home. Feels like more own home. Will I have to pay for the chimney repair? I don't know if this would be insurance. Like if you want it to happen more quickly, like if you want something, like whatever you're getting out of repairing the chimney, I feel like there's a long option and a short option. And it'd be quicker for you to just pay and get it over with, but there's also a potential other option. I don't know, maybe going through insurance or something. Feels like you end up paying though. Yeah, it does feel like you end up paying. Do you see that my follow-up mammogram will be okay? I'm anxious about my mammogram callback. Not sure whether I should schedule before or after Thanksgiving. Will the mammogram be okay? No change from last time, but I feel like that's a positive thing. Unless you're looking for improvement on something, then I feel like it's not a negative, but it's not an improvement. But if there was nothing necessarily wrong last time, then it feels like it's the same this time. Any messages for the weekend? Use boredom wisely. Use boredom for growth. It feels like you could develop a new habit of something that you do when you have like a free 10 minutes, a free 20 minutes that will start to be a positive habit that leads you in a good direction. Maybe it's like getting a book, and whenever you have a couple minutes, instead of scrolling on your phone, read a page, or read a page and then scroll. Feels like find a habit like that you can develop this weekend. It's going to go further than you think. What should I focus on for the rest of the month? Clarity on what emotions you need to face to become grounded again and just surrendering to them. Maybe journaling, maybe mirror work. It's like there's an emotion that's running, but you're not identifying it, so it's continuing to run. So needing to get clear about what is running on autopilot or under the surface. Kieran started his new job this week. Will he stay there until he joins the police? Oh, good. He got the new job. That's good. Good. Will he stay there until he joins the police? No, there's a transition in there somewhere, but it feels like it's going to be a minute. It doesn't feel like it's going to be quick. Something about a change in a year time frame ish. Energy read on work situation, message for this month. You're in the eye of the storm. You went through something stressful. You're in a pause and then something else stressful. But it feels like then the storm is over, but you're in the eye of the storm. Yeah, the 7 of Swords on the bottom. Knight of Wands. I'm just wondering if someone doesn't want you taking their job or something like that. Will combining the fascia with the esoteric be something that is going to ignite a new passionate beginning for me? Oh. Dissecting something. It's helping you dissect emotions or energy or flow, how energy flows. Like the image of understanding a triangle from all the different points, if that makes sense. So yeah, it could, for sure. Do I need to just buy a home on my own or wait for the help I was promised? I feel like you're going to be waiting longer than you'd like if you wait for the help you were promised. And it's 12:12 right now on the clock. So like exhausting all options. I feel like if you wait for the help you were promised, it's going to be like on the cusp of you just like having enough anyway with it and being like, why? And the song is Clown. Amelie Sande. I'm almost wondering if someone's kind of like pulling your leg a bit with the timing of their help. My sister's energy towards me right now. Avoidance of confrontation. If I see you, I'm running. My best friend Andy died 2 weeks ago. Does he have anything to share with me? I'm sorry. Let's see. Actually, let's do this deck. Anything to share with you? All he sees is light. He knows it's hard for those left behind because there's something about a lack of closure or a lack of final answer or something. But from his view, while it's hard down here, he can only see light. You can't because that card wasn't on the screen. That's the light I'm talking about. Message from my grandson's higher self about how he's doing. Feeling like he's trying to identify which thoughts he aligns with and which he does not. And not panicking, but like there's a lot of them and he's trying to figure out which ones are his and which ones are not. So like maybe feeling a little bit aloof or like a little bit up in his head, but that's because he's from a not panicked state saying that's mine and that's not in terms of thoughts and perspectives. You mentioned I'd have to outsmart my offer landlord to get released from the lease without penalty. Where should I focus? What am I overlooking? So how do you get out of the lease? Have you tried to put your entire situation into Chat GPT, including pictures of your lease and saying, where is any potential loophole here based off of my situation and what it says in this lease? This is giving me internet, like literal internet, combination of these two. I feel like you might be able to find the loophole in there. There may be something that's like a oopsie in the way they worded it or something. What will come of the new guy I'm talking to? What will come of the new guy I'm talking to? Interesting. Someone who's reflecting your worth back to you. Is that through positivity and support, or is that through you learning your worth the hard way? Positivity and support. What's the other feeling I have about it, though? Okay. I feel positive about it, at least at this time. The intentions are good. Chakra energy read. What do you need to know? Crown chakra, clarity through surrender. I feel like you're being guided to follow something your intuition's showing you. I feel like it's some kind of change in your life that you're being shown intuitively. So following that will help the clarity in the crown. I need to change this playlist 1 second. Okay. Message from guides. It's kind of giving anything I ever let go of had claw marks on it, but this time you're being asked to let go and release because it's for your benefit. You're not losing anything. Spirit is removing something out of your way. There's some things my mom and I need to talk through, but I don't know how to start the conversation. Are there any messages about this? Let her pick the time and the place. Hey, I'd like to sit and have a chat with you whenever you're available in the topic of blank. Let me know when and where we can do this. It feels like that sets the tone for it being flow and not, for some reason, lecture is the word that comes through. Maybe she would feel like you're lecturing her, and this makes it less of that. Happy Friday. What weekend message and a song? A Lot More Free by Max McNown is the song playing right now. And under that is All That Really Matters by Aluminum. All that really matters is you're feeling a lot more free. You avoided the tower. You're in the holding period. You're waiting for something that you feel like isn't coming in quick enough, but you don't know fully the tower that you avoided. So the timing is what it is because the tower was as big as it was, but you avoided it. So it translated itself into time. So trust that the timing is because it is the fee paid to avoid the tower, if that makes sense. What stage of healing am I at right now? Solar plexus chakra is out of alignment. Learning how to show up for yourself. So you're at the stage of healing where you're getting little opportunities. Are you going to show up for yourself, or are you going to say, it's not that important? When you're hungry, are you eating? When you're tired, are you resting? That's what I mean by that. That's the series of tests you're in right now. Am I crazy, or did some coworkers know and pick up on energy between DM and I? Did he say anything? Doesn't feel malicious. Yes, they did. Did he say anything? No. Doesn't feel malicious. What do they know trying to do? They're not going to like it. They're going to want to come between it. The Hierophant. Yeah, they're going to want to come between it. I kind of feel like they feel like it would disrupt the flow. Message from my spirit team. You're going to get the opportunity to say something that you've been holding in, and you're supported to do this. You're getting the opportunity because, like, the divine or your higher self wants to give you the chance to get it off your chest. What do the coming months hold for me? You're going from some kind of stalling to moving forward, but it feels like you're moving forward like pedal to the metal, and then you're resting. So it feels like something like being broken from a bungee cord. Like you can finally move forward, but you move forward, exhaust yourself, and then need to take a rest. So you could avoid that if you pace yourself, then you won't need to go into the rest per se. Should I buy an RV? Yeah. It scratches an itch that your brain has. So that maybe that's travel or something like that. Like maybe it's you've always wanted one or something like that. Now you finally get one, but it feels like, yeah, I would say, yeah. Feels like you're able to also. So if I'm in my authentic self at the winery with coworker and friends in DM, how will it go? Anything of note. So if you are able to be in the moment and not waiting for the other shoe to drop. If it's not one battle, it's the other. If you're in the moment, you're going to notice tension between other people. But from a place of curiosity, more like, why is that happening? So either you're out of the moment, or if you're in the moment, you're noticing things that feel off about the others, I guess, is what I'd say. Not in a bad way, though, a curious way. Oh, thank you. Any messages for me today? You have a feeling like this Queen of Pentacles doesn't really have your best interest at heart. This is just a confirmation that you're right. There's no issue. There's nothing you have to do. You're already doing something. The song that came on says I'm a Little Crazy by Morgan Wallen. And it's 12:24, so like Christmas Eve. I feel like this is family. I feel like you're aware that a family member doesn't have your best interest at heart. You're right, but you already know this. If this is this wouldn't be news. This is more of just a confirmation. Act according to what you already determined. If that makes sense. Why is there such a rift with my sister? Avoiding a conversation. The song just said, I'm a coyote. No good excuse for something, so avoiding it instead. Message for the weekend. I feel like maybe you need a bit of a people break, if possible. Take some time to read or something in like a place that allows your mind to take a break from other people. I feel like that's going to benefit you somehow, some way. Was Melanie in cahoots with Albina? Did she sell me out? No. That way for the Fool, that way for the Knight of Cups, and two opposing forces not working together. I would say no. Should I do option 1 or option 2 tomorrow? Option 1, option 2. Huh. Option 1, option 2. Option 1, option 2. Option 2. Honestly, you could really go either. Option 2 gets you somewhere quicker with more clarity. Option 1 is sustainable as well, though. We'll be doing a hypnosis session. A QHHT hypnosis session be beneficial, or will I not be able to let go enough to have the full experience? No, it'll be helpful. You're the one who defines what a full experience is. So whatever experience you have, that's the full experience you were supposed to have. So that is your full experience. That's the 100% of the experience that you were supposed to have right then. So I think you're ready. Macbeth is the song. So maybe look up that story of Macbeth. Maybe that has some significance. Maybe that's why you're ready or something. I don't remember what that story is. My 17-and-a-half-year-old dog, Elroy, oh no, fell down an uncarpeted staircase last night. And today my heavy bag fell over while he was sleeping under the chair. Is he okay? Aww. Alignment off? Maybe like knocked hips out or something like that. It feels like something like that. Not anything catastrophic, but it feels like something sore or like out of alignment. For the past 2 weeks, I've been smelling a kind of pleasant perfume wherever I go. Is this a visitation, and is there meaning to it? Yes, it is. Did you have like a grandma or someone who almost like something in your ability to handle emotions comes from her or something along those lines? What do the coming months hold for me? This kind of looks like a rainbow. It's not. It's just a wrinkle, but that kind of looks like a rainbow. Well, now it doesn't because I moved it. Anyways, taking action to fulfill a promise that you made to yourself. So it feels like you're reaching another goal, but that goal isn't really important. That goal is something that must be reached on the way to a promise that you're keeping to yourself. Message from my daughter, Karina's higher self. She doesn't need anything outside of her for some kind of goal she has. This is like a victory, fulfillment, but you're holding on because you're waiting for something that you don't actually need. You already have everything you need. Advice from dad or mom about what the rest of 2025 holds for me. It's dad. You're going outside of the regular perimeter to get an answer that's going to help. I don't know if that's like a distance or like a something out of the box thinking or something. You're breaking the previous perimeter and you'll find an answer over there. That's the message. What am I not doing right now that I need to be doing? Being in the energy of being ready for what you asked for. It feels like there's some way in which you're not all the way showing up for yourself. So like if you asked for expansion and growth, but you're not paying attention to like time management being out of whack, something like that. It does have something to do with timing with this king. Being ready to be in the energy. If you had your manifestation tomorrow, but you repeat it your day from today, would you be able to sustain the manifestation tomorrow if you behaved exactly how you did today? That kind of thing. I'm learning tarot. Did I discern my 13 card draw for 2026 correctly? When I looked at the picture, what I determined from then did not necessarily match the words on the cards. It goes by your intention. Okay. So your intention right now is to do your best to understand the card and what you're getting from it. It doesn't have to match a book. Because it doesn't match the book doesn't mean it's defeat. You're going off right now. You're in the stage of learning. That's energy. What feeling do you get from that picture? What feeling do you get from that picture? This can change over time if you get more into let me learn the specifics, right? But right now, allow yourself to free range. You're not doing it wrong. No, not at all. You're doing it right. Will my grandson get the railroad job? I don't think so. I almost feel like it's either overqualified or they're looking for different qualifications specifically. Or maybe underqualified, one of them. Message from Tanya. It would be her birthday Sunday. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Feels more like friendship advice. Like you're not recognizing how all the pain that you're going through right now is ushering in the next chapter for you, because the only way out is through. If you follow the signs, you'll notice the answers you seek are already in front of you. Yeah, High Priestess in reverse. This is the sign you're waiting for. See You Again by Wiz Khalifa. Go back to this list. Should I get surgery on my left wrist? I don't think, no. I would say try something else first. This feels like that may be more difficult to deal with than whatever you're dealing with right now with it. Message from guides this week. Ooh. Keep your hands and feet inside the ride at all times. It feels like you're going to go through it this week a little bit. Not necessarily in a bad way, but in a way of feeling. You're going to have to feel your way through. Either certain triggers come up or certain shadows come up. And it kind of feels like something you're experiencing internally that doesn't show externally. So not things happening, but just feelings happening. Yeah. Was Melanie and Albina in cahoots with each other? I think I did this one, or was that another name? Still getting a no. I feel like something's being misread about one of their energies, which is why you think that, but it's not aligning, if that makes sense. Like, I understand why you think that because of something specific, but I don't think that it's the case. Will anything end up happening with DM and I, and will coworkers simmer down about it? Some kind of conversation that feels next step. Will they simmer down about it? Not right now, no. Not right now at all. Eventually, it doesn't look really... It just feels like something that's going to keep feeling weird to them. Message from my grandma, Sharon. Message from Grandma Sharon. Something about Halloween, maybe a sign from her you got around Halloween. She's confirming. The thing I miss the most is the little ordinary moments we never thought twice about. Maybe referencing you, something you, her, that's you. Something around Halloween. I feel like that's the whole message. Is she wants? Oh, I miss you with the angel flying without wings. The message is that sign from Halloween was her. That's the message. Does the tension involve DM and girls or between girls? How will it go with just DM and I at the winery? Does the tension involve DM and girls? There is some kind of competition here, yeah. Communication about an imbalance of competition. It's kind of giving, why are you getting attention? Why is she getting attention? That. How will it go with just you and DM? You're going to feel unfulfilled. Like you want it more. Like something goes to the line and you expect it to cross it. And when it's like they lift their foot up to cross the line and then they pull their foot back and fall backwards. Like that kind of thing. Hypothetically, not literally. Yeah, 9 of Swords fell in my lap. What could be Jose's thoughts when his birthday comes and I don't wish him happy birthday? Will he even care? Will he even care? He'll notice. He's already expecting it though. So he's already prepared for it. So it's kind of just like, okay, I'm expecting this to happen. I'm aware of it. Then when it doesn't happen, I'm not disappointed. It feels like I've already prepared myself for it type of feelings. Does that mean he doesn't care? 8 of Wands. His definition of caring about that is different than yours right now. He doesn't care in the way you want him to. Will my oldest son ever propose to his girlfriend? I think so, yeah. He needs to get out of his head about that finality of the commitment. Almost like he has a belief for some reason that once they take that step, it's going to make the spark die out. Like that kind of feeling is what's holding him back. Thank you. Let's see. What do you need to know? You're about to get like shown something by your higher self that you're dependent on, that you don't need to be dependent on. And as you take action to separate yourself from that, you untether yourself from whatever was holding you back. New member. Thank you. Where we focus our energy matters. Don't spend time arguing and debating with people who are not supposed to have the same understanding as you. Truth doesn't yell, it outlasts. That's the quote. One more and then the other list. Message from my dad for my birthday weekend. Message from your dad. There's your dad. He's the Emperor. Oh, he's the Emperor and the King of Pentacles. Sorry, sir. Okay. He gave you some kind of golden ticket. It's like something that I developed through my years. I passed to you in a very specific way. And he's acknowledging your like utilization of that. Like, I'm proud of you for carrying the wand, not the wand. In this case, it's a pentacle, but the cycle you're breaking is the habit of doubting your own worth. Oh, the worth, the King of Pentacles. Africa, the event, a special anniversary of your birth. Where am I? Should I reach out to my counterpart or allow timing to work? Allow timing to work. You each need to work on something separately right now. It feels like together the clouds will mix and you won't know how to get through the fog. But if you're separate, you can get through the fog and then see if you want to come back together. I did an energetic exercise to remove a predicted timeline using belief work, confirmation of a successful result. Yeah. Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, the Fool. You turned upright a reversed emotion and you rode yourself over to a new beginning. Yes, confirmation. Will I have a love interest in the new year? You're going to have a test in the new year. And if you choose yourself or you choose the right path, then you'll have an opportunity for fulfillment. But it's kind of like you're going to get smacked in the face with a red flag, hypothetically. And you're meant to choose accordingly after that. The glimmering people that I saw years ago when I meditated, were they my spirit team? If I did an EVP, would I be able to get their names without any other people coming through? Spirit team, yes. Big yes. Communication from a place of earned access. Earned access. So like you were doing something to have that experience at that time besides just meditating. Will you be able to get their names without any other people coming through? You'll be able to get their names, but not without other people coming through. I made big changes to meet my diet and lifestyle. Is my body responding enough to naturally fix the problem, or will I still need surgery? Feels like you're going to plateau, and then it's figuring out how to either push through the plateau, or I feel like at the plateau, you're going to be fighting whether or not to give up because you're going to be frustrated. I feel like you can push past it, but there's definitely going to be a difficult moment there. Is there elements of comparison and jealousy going on with my sisters and my new upcoming phase of life? Yes. It's kind of in the stage of something with you making them feel less confident. So it's like your light making their light feel less bright type of thing. But I feel like they've talked about it with the Eight of Wands. Looking for advice from Saf to help her daughter. Looking for advice from Saf to help us help her daughter. She has to learn. It's a self thing. It's like either self-hatred, self-doubt, self-deprivation, self-punishment because of what? I heard that one. The wound of the paper soul, shaped by others, easily torn. This wound arises when your sense of self was molded to please, perform, or avoid reflection. Without a firm center, you became what others needed. Fragile, flexible, and easily hurt. It can leave you feeling thin, uncertain, and desperate to remember who you were before the unfolding again. That's, I feel like, approaching it from that, and teaching her to flip this upright. Confidence or self-love or self-concept, capability, something along those lines. What is the current vibe with Pete? What's the current vibe with Pete? It's like Pete feels unable to match your energy because of something from the past. It's like he's paying a debt to his past right now, even though he doesn't want to. Not like a person, but like an energy. Like I'm trying to get enough energy to pay this energy from the past to go away, type of thing, hypothetically. Feels like there's a bit of a wall up. Message from Cindy for her son's birthday today. She wishes she could be there to say it in person, but since she has to use the cards, she will. Holiday Thanksgiving, which is very soon. So she's like, I'm here right now. I'm here very heavily right now, especially now through the holiday season. If I could turn back time by Cher. Winter holds a message for you. December, January, or February, revisit it. I feel like she's going to be sending some major kind of sign from her before the end of the year. And the birthday present is her saying that it's going to happen. It's a Polaroid picture with number 55 on it. Message from Kitty for Ashley. Message from Kitty for Ashley. I don't know if you mean literal kitty, but this is like, when I'm with you, there's nowhere else I want to be. When I'm with you, there's nowhere else I want to be. That's the message. Or I'm with you wherever you are. One of those. What messages do my guides want to share with me today? Your belief about a delay is what is being tested. So will you convince yourself you're not worthy of something if the timing is longer than you expected it to be, or something along those lines? That's what's being tested. This list. My deceased SO's birthday is okay. He would have turned 40. Does he have SA for me? Does he know how much he is loved? Kind of giving the message of, if I could tell you one thing, I would help you acknowledge how far you've come. Kind of giving like a life lived through you. Like I enjoy living through your experience and the way you take me with you in your experience. Would it be helpful if DM and I hang out on our own, and will we soon, or is this something I should pull back from? I kind of feel like it's going to turn into a bit of a game. Not from you, but there's some kind of you wanting to take it more serious than what it's going to be able to get to. I feel like that's saying pull back. Ace of Wands, 4 Wands coming out first in reverse. All right, back to this list. Will I eventually get out from underneath of this financial dark cloud? It's going to be a minute. It's not going to happen immediately. It's not that you can't, but something needs to change more than it's been changing. Whether that's increase in income, decrease in expending, something along those lines. Something needs a different balance. Message from my guides and Tommy with a coin. When you are not busy, it leaves space for creativity. Journal, interesting. I feel like Tommy wants you to pick up and it's interesting because I had a turtle named Tommy when I was young. Turtles are very slow moving, so I feel like Tommy is saying there's a need for you to slow down and give yourself space to do nothing at all, but just sit there with a book and write for 10 minutes a day for 5 weeks. He's going to give you a piece of a puzzle or something along those lines. Is my dad going to pass on? You had like you had a moment where you realized something about your dad, and then you sat with yourself and you said something like, it's this timing. I need to look for this time. You were right-ish. You were within like a couple week time frame right of whatever you said to yourself after you realized something, and then you said, this is how much time I have left. Within a few weeks of that guesstimate, it feels like you were right. But if there was a quicker one and a longer one, it feels like it's the longer one. Like if you said it's either this to this, it's the second one. But you were right about some kind of timing. If I get the chimney repaired through the building's insurance, would that work time-wise also? Oh, okay. So that was the insurance thing. Yeah, but the other one's quicker. You can, but the other one's quicker. Yeah. I would say yeah. Was I accurate in my interpretation of the opening tarot reading for Module 8 this morning? Yes. Yes, and the confirmation is something was like a full circle moment. Will digital ID be launched in the UK and Australia first and then launched in the USA? Launched in UK and Australia first and then be launched in the USA. But maybe not in that order. There's something off about the ordering or the timing. There's no way to escape it. It will be worldwide. Yes. Something off about the timing, but generally, yes. Message from my guides regarding my progress with the Codex. You're doing a really good job with releasing control and not trying to figure it out, but allowing yourself to, you're not trying to figure it out. You're allowing yourself to feel it out instead of trying to intellectualize it out. So you're doing a very good job in that. Is my intuition correct about last Sunday when I was out with AG and RM came to the same place? You think somebody told somebody that you were there? Yes, you're right. I've just dripped and broke my selenite crystal. Is that a sign for something? That's you dropping it. Patience, slowing down. It's kind of giving like, if you're looking down, you'll miss something that you wouldn't if you're looking up type of thing. Slowing down seems to be the message. I'm trying to see, Delinda, if there's a hold on, let me look here. I need to learn my lesson because I tried to do that earlier. I was looking at this screen and I went to grab my Red Bull and I knocked it completely over. I don't see. Okay, let's see. Let's see, what do you need to know? Can you die from a broken heart is the song. You're showing yourself that something that should have broken you didn't, and you're in the process of taking back your power right now. The image is like someone standing on a mountaintop. So you did this to earn a higher perspective that now you have. And because you have the higher perspective, that's how you know that that lesson is over. What should I focus on? What should I focus on? Identifying whose voices are still playing in your head that are not serving you. It feels like there's a limiting belief you're battling with a voice that's not your own. So needing to disengage from that voice. What is the bird? Why is the bird flying into my sliding glass door? Spirit communication about freedom. Freedom is knocking at your door. Birds can fly. Freedom is knocking at your door. Your higher self trying to get you to recognize an opportunity to free yourself from something holding you back. Is it Davy, Olivia, who would be weird about DM and I, or mostly Rachel, others? Davy? Yes. Olivia? More so, that's less attention for me, perhaps. Or mostly Rachel. Yes. Others? Yes. MM? No. All the other ones but MM. Kind of feels like it's groupthink. Anything promising about romance in the near future except for an ex resurfacing and maybe visiting? I feel like that you're meant to be really learning. Learning to depend on yourself in a different way. I feel like that's what ushers in the person that is right for you. I don't feel like it's coming in immediately, though. I feel like the next 6 months, you're meant to be peeling off another layer of what you don't need. So I feel like 6 months is meant to be spent on you right now. Make an extra plate for someone for the holidays. Thank you. Interesting, because that kind of goes with given that quote from the Bible, those who do for my brothers and sisters do for me, the least of my brothers and sisters do for me. I feel like that's just a confirmation of your quote. And maybe saying that you are a very good example of that. I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. Anything I should know? Slow down. Can you do a little bit each day to get ready so that you don't have to do it all at once so it doesn't stress you out? 1. 2. Can you like make a playlist that helps your brain slow down? So when you're going or when you're like something that helps your brain enjoy it more by slowing down. Like start listening to that brain slow down sooner than you go. And look out for messages from Dave because he's going to be sending them. The cycle you're breaking is thinking you need permission to be free. So slow down and let yourself be free. Make a playlist on your phone of a bunch of songs that make your brain slow down and title it Freedom. Africa by Toto. It's going to take a lot to drag me from you around the world. He's funny. Am I interpreting the tarot correctly? It's new to me. I feel like this is saying redefine your meaning of correctly. It can be correct to you without being correct by definition. Tarot is just a tool for you to communicate with your own energy. Or for you to understand the energy that's around you. So it doesn't have to be necessarily book right. However, should you say this card is someone having a great time? No, obviously not. But I feel like it doesn't have to, if you're not saying the word competition, it doesn't mean you're getting it wrong. It just means your energy is interpreting it differently. Any messages for mom from dad? For mom from dad. He's proud of her for standing her ground on some kind of decision. A hard decision made from good intention. Yeah, that's how I want to word that. And the song on right now is She Will Be Loved. Hero by Mariah Carey. Yeah, he's really hyping her up for whatever that was that she stood 10 toes down on. Or like a decision that was a long time coming or something like that. The legacy I leave behind is woven into the lessons I pass down. It kind of gives like a little bit of like a funny haha joke, like I taught you well, young grasshopper. That kind of vibe from him to her. But like he's not really trying to take credit for it. It's just something that maybe they would joke about if he was here. My deceased son's birthday is Monday. He would have been 40. Does he have a message for me? I pray he knows how much he is loved. It's okay to let yourself feel as long as you don't live in it. Does he know how much he's loved? He never doubted it. The truth I see now is the lessons I avoided kept repeating until I faced them. I feel like he's acknowledging you helping him learn that lesson in like a positive way. I Can See Clearly Now by Johnny Cash. Why can't I finish releasing the thought of him and of us? Because you invested in it, and you invested in it, and you feel as though you're losing not only the person but also the investment. But at the same time, that's showing you that you're valuing your time. If you're saying, oh no, my time invested, I'm sad because I'm seeing that as valuable, you're also accidentally proving to yourself that you see your time as valuable. So look at it as that. If your time is valuable and you feel like you lost it by losing this person, how much time are you losing by holding on to something that you've outgrown? So that feels to be the lesson there. Any messages from my grandma Jean to my dad? Solo by Miles Smith started playing. It's kind of given the energy of like the person he's grown into, and like kind of the energy of like, I always knew since you were a child that you would grow into this person, but I could never imagine it would actually be this way, in like a good way, and like a almost like in like a looking from her view, when she looks at him when he was a kid and him now, it's almost like oh well, that makes sense, like in a good way, in like a lighthearted way. What you need to focus on the rest of the year. What you need to focus on. Delaying communication, not flight air travel delays. Knowing that you don't always have to have answers that you have tried to get from other people that you haven't been able to get the answers. Those answers are meant to come from yourself. So giving yourself the opportunity to discover the answers instead of waiting for them. Message from A. You made it through the it's always darkest before the dawn. You made it through the dark and the dawn is approaching in terms of clarity. Message for the week. Message for the week. You're about to have some kind of major, it's like the fire comes in and wipes away the cloud, because this is a victory. So the fire comes in and wipes away the cloud of confusion. You're going to get some kind of clarity on the battle you were facing. Should I get back into cleaning? Message from my guides with a song and a token. Thank you. Should you get back into cleaning? Not in the same way you were doing it. If you do, this is like if you come back and you can be the boss or something, or have more responsibility. I feel like you're not meant to be repeating doing what you were doing before. So if you can do the same role with more responsibility, I kind of feel like you've outgrown that level, is that vibe. So not no, but try to strive to get the next level up in something. Message from Spirit Team, please, to get me through this time in my life. Needing to give a change of scenery. It's like you're inundated with things that just keep poking at you, needing to kind of start to clear the space and give yourself space to rebuild. Would Lee be agreeable to fly from Japan to Portugal for an extended wedding celebration? Yes. Yes. Oh, I forgot to do your song and token. I just saw your other message. Stars. Chasing Shadows by Alex Warren is the song. Is there progress with my journey? It's like you're taking steps forward, right? Or taking steps backwards right now so that you can take steps forward, because maybe you were too close to the image and you needed to back away to see the picture. So it feels like you're not heading in the wrong direction, but the right direction was to take a step back before taking a step forward. I need to make extra money this month while offering services on Fiverr, Upwork, or others. Help with that. Services around book publishing or more academic services. Not as quick as you need it to, or not as drastically as you need it to. I feel like it may take longer to get clients than what you need it to take. I do think you have a skill that you could use to get you out of the pickle, but I don't think that that's you need something more than that, or something that's going to go quicker than that. Maybe Etsy, Fiverr, Upwork, or others. I just feel like that's not fast enough for some reason. What is your aura color? Yellow, blue feels most prevalent. So solar plexus and throat chakra would be most prevalent. Message for Mads from Mommy. Just because people don't understand you sometimes doesn't mean that you are difficult to understand. It just means they haven't met themselves to that level yet. Don't let the way that they feel about themselves ever change the way you feel about yourself. Community, upright, Four of Wands. The right people will find you when you show up fully as yourself. The timeline I removed was a lesson in love coming in before my lasting person you predicted last week. Any lasting person message now? Now it's about releasing control of the outcome. Because there's a fear relating to control. So there's some kind of test of releasing that's standing between you and the person. Like the test is. I've not been in a relationship in a decade because I've been working on myself and help healing family trauma. Will Spirit cut me slack and give me some romance? Yes, just not as quick as you'd like. Yes, you've done the work to release, but the timing is not yours. The timing is divine. This is divine, waiting for divine timing. So yes, slack, but not as quick as you'd like. Will I get good results using my elliptical machine? My knees are killing me. Could you do some kind of mobility or stretching or something like that coupled with it? This kind of almost feels like while it will help, it'll also hurt. And the hurt may outweigh the help. So it may make the knees worse, but maybe coupled with like movement or something like that, like stretching type movement. Obviously, elliptical's movement, but something else coupled with it so that it doesn't hurt instead of help. How, where, when, how will I meet the man of my dreams, my soulmate? Those are the same 3 cards that just came out. Interesting. It feels like this is someone that you don't know yet. This is someone that you meet as you're rebuilding after some kind of tower. Maybe not necessarily a tower, but as you're rebuilding. It feels like you meet this person by happenstance, though. It doesn't feel like this is something that's planned. So maybe you're out and about. Maybe it's like through someone, but not as like a setup date type of thing. And it feels like I kind of want to say you don't have to worry about them, but I don't know what exactly that means for you. But you don't have to worry about them. Is Stinky Poo will be comfortable next year? Not next year. I mean, not in the way that you're defining comfortable. It does feel like there's actions taken to get there, but not as soon as next year, not to the comfort level that you want. There's still progress needing to be made. What is my true purpose in terms of my career path? Defending the truth. Defending the truth or identifying data points. Purpose in terms of career path. You defending truth and clarity. Is relocation to Vietnam or Albania a viable option for my family and me when we're in the United States? No. I mean, not as your plan stands right now. It feels like there's a lot of factors you haven't considered yet that if you were to consider them or realize something of them, you wouldn't necessarily want to go with that option as much. Everything is pointing to me pursuing a project or creative idea outside of work. Nothing is specifically motivating me right now. Any clue what the project is? Identifying the flow of something by contrast. Understanding how something works by figuring out how it doesn't first. What is the energy around me? Waiting for a victory to come in that you worked hard for already. You unlocked a manifestation. You're just waiting for it to come in, and you need to not turn your magic off in the meantime. So not dim yourself as you wait for the manifestation. What is the vibe I have with B? Is this connection real? Feeling one another out. Is the connection real? It doesn't feel like this person's ready for the type of loyalty that you would want in that type of connection. Could they get there? They need to learn how to be more vulnerable. I don't think they're ready yet. When will my finances increase? The song is Hotel Bible. There's a Bible in every hotel, or at least there was. It feels like there's opportunities everywhere. You just need to figure out which one will start to move forward and ride that wave. There is a resurrection here. It feels like you have something that you pour energy into and it doesn't work out. And you learn from that how to make something work out. And then you go there. I would say at least a year before you see what you want to see. Feels like it's a little bit of time. Is the lady I feel drawn to the best person to learn more about my fascia esoteric venture? Yes, because she'd help you break out of a specific limiting belief that you have about something relating to a deeper understanding of something. Message for the weekend. Message for the weekend. Oh, we love that. I did a reading the other day where I described all these as gears. And what did I say? When something wasn't plugged in, this was a puzzle that you had to put together, which means that all the pieces had to be touching. But you plugged in something, so now they're gears. Now they don't have to be touching, they just have to be close enough. So that way they start turning and generating energy. It feels like that's happening. You've turned on the thing that makes these be gears, and you have them close enough to where they're going to start generating energy for this victory. Will Saturday go well at the family outing? It kind of feels like there's a little bit of hidden tension, but it goes well. Like nothing happens, but there's like underlying tension in some area. I'm on holiday for 10 days. Should I focus on the codex and taking time for myself? Yes. Walking from public to self. Yes, you time. Absolutely. Is Candace right about Erica Kirk involvement in Charlie unaliving? Yes, allegedly. Message from Atlas 3. There's something not being seen that when it is time, everyone will see. It can't be stopped. My dad is dying. What do I need to know to help him through it? I'm sorry. Can you read to him? Is there something that you can read to him? I don't know. I feel like it's like comfort for the brain in some way that would help. What else do you need to know? There's going to be some suddenness to something at the end. So read to him, spend time in that way, and prepare for some kind of suddenness at the end. When will I be happy again with my life accomplishments? It's going to be a minute. Feels like right now you're battling between, did I do enough, and should I just kind of throw in, scratch the whole thing and start again? It feels like you make some kind of lifestyle change, and that is what makes you allow yourself to actually feel proud in some way, like starts a ripple effect. You read about needing to be in the energy of what I've asked for. I've asked a lot. Is the reading for love, money, spiritual, all of it, how to get there? Okay, so being in the, which one should you focus on right now? Money. Self-concept about whether or not, it's almost like you have this comfort goal for yourself and you feel like it's out of reach. So that, working on that, getting into the energy of someone who could live in the lifestyle of what you are asking for financially. What skill can help me out of the money issue? You take direction very well when it comes to finding a needle in a haystack. That can be like data. That can be, I don't know, like if you were given a giant page with 1 million words on it, you could find the word that someone's looking for. That, whatever that skill would be. Anything to keep me from surgery? I don't think you were asking. I think you were conversating, but I want to see what comes out. Elevation? Elevation and mobility simultaneously? Was removing a timeline a positive because I need to look at the control of outcomes now. Place to start. Yes, it was the right decision. Where can you loosen control on how you thought something had to be in terms of your passion or career and allow for it to flow instead? When will I purchase a new house or build one? You do that. It feels like there is some element of building one in there. But it feels like it's going to be a minute. 2028 feels significant. That 8 feels literal. So maybe like 2 years-ish. Message about the readings I had yesterday with Token. A little boy blowing bubble gum, which is like that. Something is going to play out in reality a little different than you expect, but the general message is the same. So allow for flexibility. Message from Luna's higher self about how she's doing right now. How she's doing right now. Flames is the song playing. There's like a battle with internal dialogue, or a battle with avoidance versus presence. A flip-flopping between avoidance versus presence. I cut off contact with someone I love. It's been painful. Was I right to do that, or is it okay to keep him in my life? No, I feel like you did the right thing. You did what you had to do. Why can't he be in your life? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's causing you to miss other opportunities. It's like not allowing you to fully heal. You're holding on. It's like you're trying to drive, but instead of just glancing in the rear view, you're like staring in the rear view to make sure they're not getting out of the back of the car. But if they just weren't in the car anymore, you wouldn't be looking there. You could look at the road. Is my lifestyle change changing my husband? Is my lifestyle change changing my husband? It has potential to. Needing to release the belief around everything falling apart. I feel like there's a potential positive change, but for some reason his subconscious is like, oh no, change leads to disaster. But if he can just put that down, it feels like it would be a positive thing. Will my work with EDD make a major impact? It feels like there's an energy of feeling like you're getting less out of it than what you're putting into it, but less out of it feels to be like the impact you want to make. It feels like right now there's frustration with it. Not that it's not going to make impact, but like the amount of impact. Yeah, it just feels like there's some blockage to it to some degree. So maybe changing something could help it be different. Token. Shooting star. What wish are you making? To figure out how to finally put down a burden you've been carrying for some time. Set the intention to get the next piece of the puzzle to put down the burden, and it feels like you'll get the piece of the puzzle because you're receptive to it. Message for Lauren from her dad and a song for her birthday. Song for her birthday. I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack is the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish I could tell you that I never missed a single milestone in your life. Like your birthday, apparently. And then I Love You, the angel with One Call Away is on the bottom of the deck. With an interest in history and an event family reunion. Just like old times. I never missed a single milestone in your life, just like old times. Signature to that message. I'm with you wherever you go. How will my weekend go? Whoa. Kind of gives the energy, if you're going to be bored and productive and find something to allow yourself to feel like you're accomplishing something in your boredom. Was the specific spirit I thought was reaching out to me actually reaching out? Yes, there was a confirmation of that you missed. If you go back and think about it, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's a specific confirmation relating to that specific energy. Is using my tarot a form of control for me? If so, how can I change how I use it? Is using my tarot a form of control for me? It can be at times. You know when it is, though. But I feel like almost you're that's happening right now so that you can know the difference between when you are and when you're not using it for that. It's not that you're doing something wrong. It's that you're meant to be identifying when you're doing it for that intention and when you're not. When you're not in flow because you're waiting for tarot, that's when it's control. When you're like, oh no, I have to wait and see what it says, that's when it's control. Message from my spirit guides. If you just let them give you the clues and the instruction and you follow that, they're going to give it to you through gut feelings, intuition, signs, synchronicity, messages from other people. It's going to be clear as day it's coming from them. If you follow that, you're going to get through one chapter right into the next one. Is Trump experiencing dementia, and is it likely that he will pass away within the next 12-18 months? Dementia? Something going on, yeah. A disconnection from the flow of source. Brain would be source in this case. So a disruption in the flow could be that, yeah. Will he pass away within the next 12 to 18 months? It's quite possible. Something major happens in the next 12 to 18 months. Not the song being Guess I'm the Problem. Was my spirit visitor trying to tell me something or just comforting and grounding me? Trying to tell you to slow down and connect the pieces. You're being given multiple pieces and you're like, okay, cool, what's the next piece? And they're like, hold on, connect those two pieces and then we'll give you the next piece. Do that one. Am I the drama? Am I the drama? Literally, that's the song. Message for the weekend, please. I can't believe that's a song. Oh, Spirit's got jokes. You're going to be tested to see if you're in a state of lack or if you can see value in the lesson. Like, are you looking at a particular lesson that's somehow, some way going to come up over the weekend? Either you'll be reminded of it or it happens, like the lesson unfolds. Are you going to say, oh, this is a punishment, or, oh, this is showing me something so that I can move forward? Feels like that is the, that's the solution, looking at it that way. Should I be resting? Kind of giving, if you don't, you're headed to burnout. Fulfillment of a misalignment and an imbalance. So you're heading straight towards fulfilling an imbalance and a misalignment if you don't rest. So yes. Any messages from my mom for me and my dad? From your mom. She's got one card for each of you, but you're first. Different messages for each of them. First, second. Nosedive is the song. And it's 143 on my clock right now, which is I love you. Okay, you, Thanksgiving is the reference. If I could turn back time, winter holds a significant message. Watch for signs in the way the world slows and the feeling that something is shifting. Something is shifting for you. She's showing up to give you clues of what's shifting and when. All I Know So Far by Pink. And the wisdom I want to pass down is your story isn't over yet, is the message for your dad. And there's 2 tickets to something that's important. Your story isn't over yet, 2 tickets to something. She has a front row view of something for him, and he's not done yet. It's kind of giving main character energy in something. Is my middle son, Cancer, in a good relationship? They've both been hurt, and they're both learning how to flow together and bring value to each other's healing. So I feel like it's something that's kind of up and down. But it's helping to heal even in the down because it's pushing towards healing. I feel like my work with EDD is helping clarification from spirit on what I should do to accelerate it further. Come up with challenging statements to certain pieces of this and see how you would defend the challenging statement. That's how you accelerate it further. Challenging your own, like trying to poke a hole so that you can patch the hole and learn about patching it. Does that make sense? Was my spirit visitor trying to... Oh, I did that one. Wait, how did I go back up? Should I take a nap? Should you take a nap? Yes. You know that already. Your parents are saying that. Yes, you know that already. This is your mom. Your dad came out for the last message. This one's your mom. She's like, yes, you know that already, though. Will Scotland ever be free? Eventually, but needing to break out, not under the current administration or whatever you would say, not under that one. Something needs a total uphaul. Overhaul? Uphaul's not the right word. Overhaul? How will Thanksgiving go at your husband's son's house? It's almost like someone's waiting for something to disconnect, but it doesn't. So I'm almost wondering if there's like an anticipation of drama that doesn't play out, or an anticipation of like, okay, so-and-so might leave if this person says that, but then it doesn't happen. So I feel like it goes okay. Okay with the side of anxiety, I guess. I have an interview on Friday. Will I get this job? I think so, yeah. It may take a minute, though, to hear back. Like, if you're expecting to hear back in 2 days, you might hear back in, like, 2 weeks or something. But it feels like, yeah. Feels like you do. Message for my grandson's Tony from his papa. He's proud of the way that he allows himself to not shut off pain. Like he lets himself, when he's sad, he lets himself feel it. When he's happy, he lets himself feel it. Not a lot of people can do that in the way that he can. So there's like a I'm proud of you message in there with that. Who You'd Be Today by Kenny Chesney. What I hope you realize is letting go of grief doesn't mean letting go of me. Letting go of grief doesn't mean letting go of me because I'm with you. The Mirror. He sees a lot of himself in him as well. I'm going to do like 3 more and then I'm going to hop off. What is RM stalking me for? Did they not realize that my CCTV from victim support records everyone and puts it down as stalking with their picture? Ooh. What is RM stalking me for? Need to get something to uphold a false narrative. Confusion around who you are to put down a burden. I need some dirt on you so that my lie looks true. It's part of my life purpose to build community. Helping to put down the burden of people who feel like they're alone because you know what it feels like to feel that way. So yeah, that could be that. Absolutely. I have been jumping around. I don't know why this is like... I don't know why it keeps going back up, I think. Will El Salvador president be punished for his involvement? Connected to something else. Not just that, but that connected to something else. Yeah. But not just that. It had not... I don't know. Almost like if you need to bring someone in, so you bring them in for something else until you can get the other stuff, like that kind of thing. I'm starting a medical procedure in February. Will it be fully covered through insurance work or will I need to pay for it myself? I feel like you're going to have to pay for not all of it. But I feel like there's some back and forth at some point. So it's like maybe you're not happy with the amount that they're covering, but I feel like they cover some. How does Zena, my daughter's pup, feeling right now? It's either giving growing pains or like some kind of feeling of disconnection. Growing pains or feeling of disconnection. If not growing pains, then like something out of balance or off whack or something like that. My dad has dementia. What sort of future does he really have? He cannot take care of himself, really. Can we know? Yeah, I mean, it just feels like that is the future. I kind of want to word it as like a slow and steady decline. It doesn't feel like progress is able to be made. And it feels like he's declining towards more and more confusion. Almost like kind of like a wagon rolling backwards down the hill is kind of what the vibe that I'm getting. So it feels like I kind of think you have an idea of what you're going to need to do if it continues in this direction. And I feel like that's the plan or something similar to that will be what's necessary. All right, everyone, I'm going to hop off. Let's do this one. Message from my spirit team. Last one, and then we'll end with a blueprint passage. You followed your intuition and you feel like it led you in the wrong direction because what you wanted to happen didn't happen from following it. It's not that you headed in the wrong direction. It's that wasn't supposed to happen. Like what you wanted to happen wasn't what was best for you. So you got a lesson out of it too. So you're about to realize that what didn't work out for you made space for something better. But your intuition didn't lead you astray. It's like you had to learn that somehow first. Okay. Hold on. I just knocked everything over. Okay, end with a passage. Throat chakra. When this gate fully opens, silence becomes sacred, not because you're hiding, but because you're listening. You begin to recognize when words are necessary and when presence is enough. You stop oversharing to prove and start speaking with precision. Your communication becomes an offering, not a defense, and people can feel the difference. All right, everyone, I'm going to hop off. So go get Gavin shortly. Thank you all for being here. I will probably be back for another reading next week. I probably am not going to have anything over the weekend. Thanks for being here.